Hi guys. Hello. How's that music? Is that music even playing through still? There it is. You can just keep that nice little music in the background. That sounds nice. It sounds good for like a nice chill stream that I kinda did out of nowhere. Let the harassment commence. Wait, no harass me. I just want to read spells and sip my juice. How's everyone doing? Andrew, General Knight, Olive, Calder, Irufa, Andrew, Wesley, Salami, Cameron, Elias, Warlock, Kobold, Doctor, Blissy, Gaming Lord. Everyone's here. Everyone is here. This is truly the Smash Bros. Ultimate of live streams. No, yes, actually, I am not drinking alcohol today. I know, it's hard to believe, General Knight. But, unfortunately, not necessarily unfortunately, I'm trying to be a little bit better dietarily. I've been a little bit chubby lately, and by lately I mean the last 27 years of my life. And I should probably do something about that. This is not me cutting out alcohol forever, just in little things. I don't think this is going to be a massive stream. I don't think it's going to be a huge, like, 200-person stream where I get drunk, tipsy, and say things I shouldn't. But no, it'll still be fun. I'm excited, because I haven't looked at, like, any of these spells. And a lot of these are, like, I guess not a lot, but some of these are cantrips for the Psychic class that they can amp. So I'm excited to see that. Oh my god. What is up, everybody? Yeah, actually, so there's no actual... The reason it sounds so good today, Blissy, is because the AC isn't even on. The AC is off, and that's why you can't hear it. Oh, hold on. My camera is like... Why is my camera just slightly not lined up? Is that better? That's better. Okay. That was weird. Oh, but now the window's slightly not lined up because I clicked it wrong. Look at me. There we go. Professional streamer. I've only been doing this for 2 years. So, there's a cantrip that's just, you have a watch, and it's hilarious. Feel like getting in shape at level 33, just decided to get into shape that isn't round. Right? Yeah, like, I'm more oblong than round, but I'd still like to be a little flatter. But, let's go ahead and get tipped by Jonathan.
Remember to like.
Remember to like. How many people are vibing in here? We got... Okay, never mind. There's suddenly 86 people in here. When I started, there was like 35, so I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a tiny little stream. Never mind, there's 85 of you. Let's go. So we're just gonna go top to bottom here, alphabetically through the I guess not alphabetically, through the lists by level, by tradition. So, alcohol tastes bad, can't stand it. That's why I drink alcohol that doesn't taste like alcohol. Life hack. Yo, Ramona, hey, no, this is off topic, but during your Q&A stream, I asked about an intro to give my players, and you mentioned the beginner's block update. They loved it? Let's go, Ray! That's so awesome to hear. I'm glad y'all had fun. I hope you guys continue to enjoy the system. So, Zane, the reason they have page numbers next to them in this book, this is not going to be the normal, but the reason that there are page numbers next to the spells is because this book is laid out a little bit weird. It's Dark Archive. And there's no spell section, but there are different spells in different chapters. And I have now lost the thing. But you can see, oh, those are feats. But the spells are spread out throughout the chapters, so they need them, 106, 183, 182, 105. So because the spells are all in different chapters, they need spell numbers, or you would page numbers, or you would never find them. When are we getting more Starfinder vids? Sooner than you might think. But alright, let's go ahead and start with Phase Bolt, 106. Now, usually the reader's a little off, so if I put 106, it actually puts me at 105, so I gotta put one later. So, Phase Bolt, level a cantrip. Oh, is this a cantrip magic missile, right? You point your finger in a bolt of magical energy that stutters in and out of phase until it reaches the target. Make an attack roll against your... make a ranged spell attack roll against your target's AC. Oh, that's right, I have read this one. This is the one. If your target has any circumstance bonus to AC, such as from a shield, reduce that bonus by 2. So it doesn't negate all circumstance bonuses, but it does reduce it. So this is a spell attack roll that gets around Ray's shield, which is awesome. That's really, really cool. It only does 1d4, but it does add spellcasting ability mod and scales 1 dice per spell level. That's huge. It's like 1 point on average weaker than Produce Flame. 2 actions, 30 feet. It's basically just Produce Flame. I'm sad that it does piercing damage and not force. I think this would be really cool if it did force damage. Thank you, Steven. I did my hair up a little bit. Nothing too special, but I put a little gel in. Thank you for noticing. But yeah, I think this should do force damage. Maybe force damage on a cantrip would have been too broken. I could see that because almost nothing resists force. With force maybe too strong. Yeah, I think so. But I guess I'm surprised it's piercing and not bludgeoning. I guess it's because it's phasing in and out of existence that it'll like enter your body when it's out of existence and then reappear in your body. What's heightened? Just oh, sorry, I'm covering it. I'm so sorry. Heightened is just 1d4 extra damage, so it scales okay. But anything that adds your spellcasting ability modifier on a cantrip is going to be great at low levels. We're not allowed to mention the psychic since there isn't a Psychic 101 vid yet. I'll be completely transparent about that. Psychic 101 is scheduled for the 9th, next Friday. So not in 2 days, but 1 week after that. I'm sorry it's taken so long. I just have not gotten around to it. I also need to remember what page this is. So this is page 217. Okay. So that's Phase Bolt. Phase Bolt's just reliable, easy damage. If it didn't have the Circumstance bonus penalty, I could see it doing Force. That's fair. Maybe giving it both would have been especially too much. Psychic is canceled. I enjoy that I can use Wednesday No-Net live streams to prime my players for a session later today. Let's go. It's a pretty cool cantrip, yeah. What about my favorite. The most broken spell in Pathfinder. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Time Sense. 1 action, no somatic components, only verbal. You learn what time it is. I'm not even kidding. That's the cantrip. You learn exactly what time it is down to the second. You can instead choose to gain a perfect sense of the calendar if you have knowledge of that area. If you're trained in nature, you can also learn exactly how long it is till sunrise and how many days until the next solstice. If you're trained in astronomy lore, you can learn precisely when any known predictable astronomical conjunction will begin and end and so on. So it is a lot of information. It's the verbal component is what time is it, and you have to look at your watch. It's cool. Honestly, I like it. In a fantasy setting where watches don't really exist, Time Sense is an awesome cantrip. Just being able to learn time. It also gives you a +1 status bonus to an attack roll, perception check, saving throw, or skill check that you take on the same turn that requires precise timing. Honestly, I hadn't considered this. This is actually kind of cool. I would definitely allow you to cast Time Sense and then a spell attack roll. That's right. That's a +1. That's like, so this is a cantrip that gives you guidance. It gives yourself guidance. Honestly, spammable guidance. There's no cooldown on this. So for 3 actions, you can now Time Sense +1 to that Produce Flame attack. That's not bad. I guess if your GM is really, really rude, they can be like, that spell attack roll doesn't require extra... Oh, wait, no. Never mind, it doesn't have a cooldown. 1 hour. Man, why can't I have anything? Why can't I have anything? Okay, what if we just... There we go. Perfect. Now the spell is great. Now the spell's fantastic. No. You see, I read it right. See, I read the whole spell. The whole spell's on screen. I don't know what you guys are talking about. There's no cooldown. This spell's broken. Look at that. That's incredible. No cooldown. I don't know why they added an extra if at the end, but it's probably just a typo, honestly. Alright, back to 217. That's a fun one, though. Again, honestly, never underestimate knowing how long it is until sunrise. That in itself can be huge, though as a GM, I would also allow people rolling nature for that. Warp Step, 108. I think this one's part of an archetype. That's fair, yeah. It would. See, the thing is, Thomas, I don't think it would have overstepped guidance, because you can only use it on yourself. Guidance has a cooldown, so you can't give your allies a +1 every single turn forever. But using an action to give yourself +1 on an attack roll, that's not great economy. It's fine, but it's honestly, I think it's worth it. Basically adding a whole action to your spell. Warp Step. Cantrip. What's up, Kakemi? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I like Kakami. Kakami 7, so we'll go with that. Bilbo defeats 3 trolls with the sunrise. True. Warp Step. 2 actions. You gain a 5-foot bonus to your speed until the end of your turn, and stride twice. Weird. Okay. So this is a cantrip that lets you take 2 stride actions with a 5-foot bonus. And then you could take a third one if you really wanted to. That's not bad. Honestly, for positioning, for escaping, anything like that, just getting a 5-foot status bonus, because that's the same as, like, what is it? Long Strider? It's not Long Strider. It's, oh, it is Long Strider. It's a weaker Long Strider, and I think that's totally fine. Like, Long Strider as a cantrip, you gain half the speed bonus. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. Oh, the Psychic Ant version is very good? Ooh, okay. Oh, wait, there are heightened effects? No, there are not. At least not for, base. It sounds like there might be for the heightened, the amped up Psychic. Psychic gets up to 10. Nice. But you need to spend a focus point on that, making it way worse. And would Time Sense attack with it if there is? I don't know what that means. Oh, is there a gunslinger thing that lets you aim better for better to hit? I don't think so. There might be some feats similar to like aimed shot. Amped effects on the psych stuff. Yeah. That's true. Long Strider is only... I don't know. So, Long Strider says you gain a plus 10-foot status bonus to your speed. Is speed specifically ground speed? Also called land speed. There it is. Okay, yes. Alright. Back to 270. That's a cool one. Yeah, no, I think weaker Long Strider as a cantrip is awesome. Okay. Yeah, Zeke, I've actually had that, we've had that discussion over at Sinclair's a few times. It's so confusing. Because obviously if you're writing third-party material, you need to make sure you get all of the terminology exactly correct. So stuff like that gets so confusing. Because speed is only land speed. If you want to affect something else, it needs to be fly speed. Or you need to add that same subtext like Warp Step had, which is you can use this for these listed speeds. It's weird. Yeah, I'm not, now that we've started writing for the system, not a fan of that design choice either. They should have called it land speed. Kinetic Ram, 105. Kinetic Ram, where are we? Kinetic Ram. Oh my god, this music is too loud. I'm turning you down. I don't know if that's too quiet for y'all, but it was too loud for me. Ooh, it's a 1-3. It's a 1-3 spells. I already love it. Gathering kinetic energy, you either focus it in a straight line or disperse it in an encircling ripple. Any creature targeted by the spell succeeds a fortitude save. Don't just be another push spell. It's just another push spell. Ah, why? We already have, like, Gust of Wind and Hydraulic Push. Why do we need another one? Like, doesn't Arcane already get Gust of Wind? Yeah, I guess Occult doesn't, so that the Occult can get Kinetic Ram. Oh, man. It's just a really fast goat. So yeah. Must succeed a saving throw or get pushed 10 feet. For one action, you push one creature within 15 feet. 2 actions, one creature within 30 feet. If they fail, the distance the target is pushed, if it fails, is doubled. Oh, 30-foot range. It gets pushed 20 feet instead. And they take 1d6 whole damage on a crit fail? Oh boy, Papa Paizo, don't spoil me that much. And then 3 actions is an area. It's only a 5-foot emanation, too. It's not even 10-foot. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, like, it's a cooler version. I like the idea of like the 3-action one is like, I don't know if any of y'all have seen Dragon Ball Z, where Goku, like, stops with his arms and then just, like, pushes them out and sends Berter and Jace flying. Like, it doesn't do damage, but it does push them off of him. That's basically this spell. I'm just sad it's only 5 foot. I think a 10-foot emanation for 3 actions, just to push them away, would have been fair. It would have been cool. And again, it should have been 2 actions, because this means you can't even move. You can't move to set yourself up. This is just 3 actions to say, get off me! And then they each spend 1 more action to step back up to you. So it's really not worth it. So that's an unfortunate one. I don't think we need more push spells. We have so many already. Empty Pack. I think I've seen this one. Empty Pack. For 2 actions, you target your container and render every item inside invisible. I'm pretty sure this is just a classic invisibility illusion. The items within are undetected to all creatures, though a creature can attempt to find it by reaching into the bag and making it hidden to them if they succeed. They succeed what? Oh, if they succeed in attempting to find it. I think that's supposed to mean they get a chance to disbelieve the illusion. Additionally, the spell doesn't prevent the items from making protrusions in the... That's hilarious. So you can have like a big lumpy backpack, but they open it and there's nothing inside. That's really funny. And if it gets pulled out, it becomes visible and it remains visible even if put back in. No, it's not that great. Like... I can't see much of a use of this. Like... It is canon in Pathfinder 2e that spells make lights and sounds and everything when you cast them. So it's not like you can pull it off your shoulder and then cast it and show it to the officer that there's nothing inside. Like, that's... They're gonna see you cast a spell. It does last for an hour, so you could cast this, like, on your way into town. You know what? Alright, here's a strategy. Here's a little trick you can steal from me. I came up with this. You can use it all you want. So, before you are gonna go through security, you take your bag off and you cast Empty Pack on it. Then, you take a bunch... Well, it's not good for checkpoints, Zeke. Because they can still... At checkpoints, they're gonna take your bag from you, I think. But maybe what you can get away with is say, oh no, officer... There's just bread in here. Like, you're playing Sheriff of Nottingham, and you say, my pack only has bread. And then after you cast Empty Pack, you put some bread on top of the stuff, so that the bottom of your bag is invisible, but the top half is just bread. So if they take your pack and look inside, it's just bread. They see the bread, but they don't see anything else. Heightened at 4th level, making this last 24 hours is fine. I don't know when you'd ever need it for 24 hours. Why does your bag of bread weigh 5 bulk, citizen? It's very high in calories, officer. A better idea, hide your items in the loaves of bread. Fair. Then you don't even need magic. That's true. You could use this on like a chest or something too. That's fair. I didn't think about it just... Like, That's my 2 brain cells being like, oh, it has to be a backpack. But no, you can use it on any container small enough. Whole grain bread. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. That's a cool one. Yeah, I think there's a lot more possibilities with that one than I see. I'm just not smart enough to use it, and that's why I play fighters. Make the bag out of bread. You can cast it on a bag of holding. That's true. That's actually totally true. Though when you look into a bag of holding, you can't see anything anyway, can you? Why has this bread got rope around it? Wait, the items can't be dumped out? Wait. Sorry, was that one of the effects of Empty Pack? They can't be... The spell prevents anything within... Oh, that's important. The spell prevents anything within the container from falling out if it's upended. So, you could take your bag and be like, oh no, officer, turn it upside down and shake it. The problem with that, the problem here, you can't just be like Dairy Queen and give it a quick little upside down for the sake of the Dairy Queen Blizzard. Because if you shake it and there's metal inside, they're gonna hear it moving, because it doesn't prevent the items making noise when jostling around. So, don't worry, officer, there's nothing inside. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. See? But that could be more valuable than the invisibility, absolutely. I do like the idea of casting on your sheath, just walking around with an empty sheath. Nothing sus about that. Dairy Queen done turned the blizzards upside down. Cast silence on the... That's a lot. Just to get through... Alright, I'm going to spend a spell slot on silence. I'm going to spend a spell slot on empty pack so I can turn it upside down. Oh my god. Alright, Loose Times Arrow, 182. So these are the time-based spells. 2 actions, everybody but Divine can cast this. Target up to 6 creatures. What? You pluck the time stream like a bow, pull one string back, release, and watch a creature fly. All affected creatures are quickened until the end of your next turn. Oh my god! It's a 1-turn haste on 6 targets. That's so good. If you're, like, running away, you can cast this on your allies, because it affects you, too. As long as you target yourself. That's huge. Oh, Step or Stride. I thought that said Step or Strike for some reason. My bad. Okay, just a little pet peeve. A little pet peeve. I don't like that Stride and Strike are so similar. Like, I think it sounds cool, like that the basic actions are Stride and Strike, but I misread them constantly. Okay, so no, this is not quite as good, but it is good for running away or catching up to someone. Combine this with your fighter's sudden charge or something. Let everyone position for free. Pretty good. Pretty good. Watch a creature fly. It's just fancy terminology. This is cool. This gives everybody an extra stride action for the next round. And you probably don't have more than a 6-person party, so that's huge. I will say, people like the Kineticist are going to love this. Any class that frequently uses 3 action activities, being given a free stride action to position themselves is huge. And this also means you can, because you get the extra stride action on your next turn, so you could cast Loose Times Arrow, and then at the start of the next turn, position yourself with a stride action, and then cast a 3-action activity. That has a lot of possibilities. Really good strategic spell. Slap into a strike. Yes, I would like to make a slap check. Bracing Tendrils. How is this different from the normal Tendrils? Bracing Tendrils, level 3 spell. For 2 actions, visible tendrils of force anchor your body to the ground. Whenever you're on the ground, then a creature or effect attempts to forcibly move you from your space, you can use your spell DC in place of Fortitude DC. If a creature wouldn't normally need a check, it needs one. If an effect wouldn't normally need a check, it must counteract Bracing Tendrils or you are unmoved. Is this just the Dwarven Ancestry feat? Is this just... Why is this a level 3 spell? Why is this... You need to be character level 5 to cast this. This should be level 1. It scales with your spell DC anyway. This should be level 1. Duration, it's only a minute. That's not great. It's cool that, like, you can still move with it on. That's cool, but, like, dwarves basically get this as a level 1 ancestry feat. Right? This seems really weak. Who's shoving spellcasters? That too. What is it? I swear that was a... Burned Iron, Electrode. I swore dwarves got this. Am I crazy? Dwarves get this, right? If they fail, you can show them for free. I suppose that's cool. But it's only if they try to move you. It doesn't stop them from stabbing you. Am I crazy? I thought dwarves got this. Is it not even a feat, maybe? Is it a heritage? Is this going to be another round of why do all these spells suck? No, because we've had some good ones so far. Is it specifically one of the heritages? Dwarves get the reverse? Oh, I'm thinking of the Rock Dwarf, where they get a +2 to their DC against shove checks. Which, for a lot of cases, will be just as good. Like, and not only that, but Rock Dwarves resist shoving and tripping and any effect that would knock them prone. Like, does this even apply to knocking prone? No, this doesn't even save you from knocking prone. Technically, the dwarf one is stronger. It's a bad... It should be first level. This should be a first level spell. Because if this was first level, hell, you could be a 12th level caster and cast this as a first level spell. And that's a good use of a first level spell slot at character level 12. Spells like this should be low level because they scale decently. Not game-breakingly so, but they're situational. Once you're like level 5 or higher... Well, that's the thing, Chloe. Is at first level, would you spend 2 actions on this? Probably not at first level, but if you're character level 7 and you've got all those extra first level spell slots that don't do much damage, they're fantastic to this. And yes, well... No, that does not stack with the dwarf. Yes. You get... The dwarf one... is you gain a +2 circumstance bonus to your fortitude or reflex DC against attempts to shove or trip you. This changes it to your spell DC in place of fortitude. So no, it would not stack. It would be a nice spell if you know you're going to be in combat for the next 15 to 20 seconds. Or you might be able to cast a spell that could end the combat around sooner. Yeah. Second level 1 action would be cool too. Yeah, just for 2 actions. It's just not worth it. Again, maybe once you're level 12 and you have those excess 3rd level spell slots, but I don't know. Yeah, it feels like a good monster ability, but not for a spellcaster, for a player. Rally Point. What about it? Right, you can cast that or Fireball. Rally Point. 2 actions. Target a 5-foot square and touch it. You mark the area touched as a rally point. During the spell's duration, you can take a single action to teleport to the rally point as long as you are within 120 feet away. That's pretty cool. Now that's a good 3rd level spell. If it's heightened to 7th level, you can target up to 4 other creatures within 30 feet. Ooh. And the duration no longer ends once you're teleported. Everyone can teleport to it once. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, Fear is amazing, Chloe. Fear is the best 1st level spell in the game. This is cool. If you can cast this before, like, right before combat starts, and everyone has, like, or at least you have an out. You have an out. I would never spend a 7th level spell slot to cast this, just to give it to 4 creatures. But to give yourself a quick 1-action teleport, 100-foot teleport, amazing. That's awesome. I'm about Rally Point. Just such a safe idea. Sea of Thought. How to change, I'm not going to make that joke. That's a terrible joke. Never mind. Right, the Heist Mission Dream spell. The only downside is it lasts 1 minute. Sea of Thought. You cover the area in a sloshing torrent of semi-solidified thought, making a 15-foot burst of difficult terrain, like a bog. Each round that a creature starts in the area, attempt a fortitude save. On a failure, it takes a circumstance penalty to its speeds. That's not bad. So, Sea of Thought. Think about this. 2 actions, you put it down. It's a range of 60 foot, so you put it down as a burst underneath an enemy. They are now in the middle of the 15-foot burst of difficult terrain, and if they fail their fortitude save, their 30-foot movement just became 20-foot movement, meaning they can only move 2 squares per stride. They'll still get out of it, but it'll take them 2 actions to remove themselves from it. That's awesome. That's really cool. I think that's great. If you heighten it, you can cover a huge area. You could trap some people in that. I still think like spells that only cause difficult terrain or a speed penalty aren't that great, strictly because 90% of all Pathfinder combat happens within a 60-foot space. Like, I couldn't tell you the last time I was in a combat where any combatant was more than 60 feet away from me. But this is useful. This is good. I don't think it's amazing, but if you're going to make some difficult terrain, I like that it stacks with a speed penalty. The The fact that it's Fortitude makes it especially nice since it's on the Occult list. I don't know. Fortitude's rough, but I think you're mostly going to be casting this on humanoids. Humanoids have a little bit less Fortitude than casual creatures. Playing a Psychic, and it's just Wisdom saves all the way down. Oh, gotcha. Wait, Rally Point is just 3 action, move 120 feet. It's so much more than that, Zythos. Rally Point is so much more because it is delayed activatable 120 feet. Like, sure, you can ride that far with a horse, but you have to do it all at once. This lets you set down a point, and then at any time in the next 10 rounds of combat, warp back to that point as a free out. If the enemies are chasing you 100 feet away, teleport back to the point. Otherwise, you can just get away.
I just wanted to thank you for what you do. Your videos are so helpful for a converted 5e player like myself.
Thank you so much, Axel. That's incredibly nice. I get like one of these donations once a stream, and it always melts my heart, and it kills me. Thank you. I'm never prepared for it. Thank you so much for the kind words. I'm glad the videos could be of help. Temporal Twin. All right. Ruby Phoenix had some huge areas. Interesting. Also handy for checking out the bottom of pits. You know what? Fair. I had not thought of that, Randy. Where you throw down the rally point, climb down a super long ladder, look around, and then just teleport back up. That's awesome. Alright, so Temporal Twin. Here we go. For 2 actions, you target 1 willing ally and pull a duplicate of them into a space within 30 feet. And repeats a basic single action the target took since the end of your last turn, such as making a strike or pulling a lever. Because the other basic single actions don't produce much of a result on their own, this is typically used for strike and interact. Whoa! Who's weaving? Thank you for the $20 sliding in here, sneaking in your filthy money. Thank you so much for the $20 donation. No feelings here, booze or dinner fee. Fair. No booze today, but I did get sushi today, so.
No feelings here, booze or dinner fee.
Thank you for paying for my $10 of sushi. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all, my local supermarket has $5 sushi days. It's great. It's every Wednesday, so I always walk there, get 2 things of sushi for $10, walk home, and just enjoy it. It's fantastic. Le magnifique. So I was with you at first, Andrew. I was so hesitant to try the sushi. I was so hesitant because I was like, supermarket sushi, ew. But it's not, so that's the thing, it's not gas station sushi. They actually have, like, a sushi chef in, it's attached to the deli section. It's like right next to the deli section where they make fresh sushi every single day. You can actually see the guy behind the sushi bar prepping it. And they know what they're doing. Now, it used to suck. Like, about 2 or 3 months ago, they clearly fired their sushi guy, and whoever was making it had no idea how to make sushi. Like, they were, like, wide, flat, awkward, loose rolls where you'd try to pick it up and just the stuff would fall out of the middle. But a few weeks ago, they got a new guy in, and he is so good. The sushi was nice. They also sell, like, miso soup and stuff. It's just like this little refrigerated section. It's really nice. Don't believe it, the chef is a paid actor. Alright, we're gonna pay you a $25,000 a year salary to sit there and continue rolling the same fake rice for 8 hours a day. Oh, that's great. $5 days are special. Yeah, it's only on Wednesdays. They're usually, like, normal sushi price. Like, a California roll is usually, like, $6, all the way up to, like, a nice, crunchy tuna roll would be, like, $9. So, it's decent. It's really decent. Is this just strike or interact? The target ally spends a reaction to... The target ally spends a reaction to create the duplicate. Makes any decisions and rolls for the repeated actions, such as choosing the target. Oh. Using the spell requires remembering what your ally did. If you don't remember the details, the GM might not allow you to cast it. This action can't be used for anything but... Is this... So this is a level 3 spell to take a strike. It must have a different target? Why? Wait, why? So if you're fighting a boss, and the barbarian swings their Great Maul. You can't cast this to create a duplicate barbarian to swing their Great Maul at the boss. Only if there's a different target. Why? It's not even a replay button, because it can't attack the same target. Like, maybe you could use it to attack a second enemy. That's really bad. And you can only do it to one ally once a day. Oh my god, God, single words. Single words. My brain doesn't work. Oh my god, I'm just stupid. Jesus. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I don't know how I misread this so bad. Honestly, my reading comprehension has gotten worse and worse the longer I've had this channel. I don't know why, because reading is literally my job. And also streaming makes it harder because I'm going back and forth. But low-key, in the last 2 years, my brain is just lowered in smartness. That's why, because it's my job? Maybe, but you'd think practicing it, you're reading for speed while being very distracted. That's fair. That's fair. Honestly, that's something that even I hadn't considered, is like, I am reading fast so that I can continue talking, to continue making content, and half the time I am talking and reading at the exact same time, because this would be, and I remember getting a really salty comment a few weeks ago, I think when I was first reviewing Dark Archive, where someone, I was also talking about sushi, fair, but someone left a message in chat saying, just read the whole feat before talking about it. And I just remember being like, okay. Okay, so it can be the second action. It has to be the same specific action, but it can have a different target. Like, that is so boring, and I will lose dozens of viewers just in minutes doing that. Oh, man. But, no, that's why I have you guys around, to make sure I actually read things correctly. That's your job. Malicious compliance. Why isn't that a spell? Why isn't there a spell called malicious compliance? I love that. Time pocket. Is it like a hot pocket, but it sends you through time? Takes 1 minute to cast, but it lasts all day. Did you choose a smaller feat for that joke? Nah, the joke has already been told. Until the next time you make your daily peppers, you fling the target item forward in time and link it to the future of the creature holding it. The item disappears and reappears with the creature that was holding it. Interesting! Ooh! Yeah, here's your smuggling spell. Absolutely, Thomas. Like, literally, oh, we have this one bulk bag of drugs to get through the city gate. Well, we're gonna get there tomorrow. We're still on the wagon. So I'm gonna time pocket this bag of drugs, and then once we are inside town through the checkpoint and sitting and waking up at the inn tomorrow, all of a sudden, we have our drugs. That is so powerful. That's insane. All right, free adventure idea for everyone here in chat. Free adventure. This would be, so you would want this to be for maybe like level 4 adventurers, maybe level 5. There is an entire criminal drug ring. I feel like if I say it weird, YouTube won't demonetize me. But there's an entire, like, criminal organization that is just smuggling things, but they're all wizards using Time Pocket. They all took their time to learn Time Pocket, so they can constantly sneak things in and out of cities with no way to track it. It would be so impossible to track anything with this spell. That's nuts. Oh, but it automatically ends if you're reduced to 0 hit points. Imagine the party of adventurers, dragon smugglers. And so imagine you come across like a group of like 6 bandits, time pocket smuggling Time Pocket smuggling, we'll say dragon eggs. And every time you knock one out or kill them, the dragon egg just appears in their dead hands. So once the battle's over, there's just eggs everywhere. Yeah, no, you can only do... So that's the limitation, is you can only do one item per wizard. What if someone casts Dispel? Well, they'd have to know they're doing something to dispel it. You know, if they don't know that the spell's going on, there's nothing that shows the spell is active, you know? This is the ultimate smuggling. After death bombs. Wait! You set it to, like, an alchemical bomb that's been rigged with, like, a 30-second timer. Yeah, exactly. Then you time pocket it. And then it reappears after the creature dies, or after you die, because you can cast it on yourself. And then, basically, when you wake up in the morning, you have to get it back and throw it. Or if you die, the bomb just goes off. That's hilarious. There's so much fun stuff you could do with Time Pocket. Oh, man. False Nature. Illusion. Alright. Let's see Illusion here. Oh, this is a weird spell. Duck. Why does the duck have a hammer? I feel as though I'm going to be harmed by Hammer Duck. For 3 actions, you touch an unattended item or one you're holding. You create an illusion that makes an object seem to be something entirely different. When you cast this spell, speak aloud a declarative statement that the target is a different, non-specific object. So something like, "This is a handsaw," when I'm clearly holding a cup. Your statement can't presuppose any other facts. For instance, you could claim an object is a stone or an antidote, but not the starstone or the antidote to the lethal poison you already drank. Creatures who previously observed the target receive an immediate will save to disbelieve, but on a failure, the illusion temporarily rewrites their memory. See, that's big, and I think that needs to happen more with illusion magic. This is something that does not happen much, where it's always hard to justify why something is believed, but a spell that actively rewrites the memory of the observer is clear and concrete, and I think that's important with illusion. A creature who failed their will save or didn't already see the item's original form must interact to receive a perception check. When the spell ends, targets remember the object's true nature. So, do you have to make the save too? Does this wait. Do you make the save as well? I think, honestly, it is a little bit of enchantment and illusion. I think it could have both. But, like, I can't tell if you are I think there's something in the illusion tag that says, like, you are not affected by your own illusions. Once again, can be used for smuggling. You are correct. This book is full of smuggler's tools, huh? This...
The Anvil is a amazing story from the book.
Oh, that's what this... Hold on. Okay, this is a short story. I will read this from the journal of Humphrey L. Winfall. Randall and I elected to finish our breakfast before setting out to see the commotion. As we arrived at the forge just north of the square, we saw a few others who had taken interest in the proceedings. The local herbalist, an elven man wearing hunting leathers, and an armored town guard among them. Aldrich the blacksmith was gesturing to the duck sitting in the center of his workshop. It was plain to anybody in the room. The man's anvil, which I had seen there not a day before, had been replaced by the largest duck I've ever seen. Remarkable size and quiet as a temple mouse, just sitting there, pleased with itself. Randall could scarce believe his eyes at first. The man insisted the anvil hadn't changed before I pointed out that, of course, this was a duck that sat before him. With the herbalist's help, we calmed the blacksmith and collected the facts. He heard nothing all night, but when he awoke this morning, some prankster had replaced his trusty anvil with a duck. Despite the man's best efforts, the duck wouldn't leave. We tried shooing it away, scaring it off. I even had Randall set off one of his noisemakers, and there the duck sat. Even lifting it scarce budged it. I never have I met a more dense or stubborn animal in all my years of travel. The remainder of our day was spent trying to get the blasted thing to move. Marcus, the guard, applied the flat of his blade to the duck's backside. resulting in naught but a loud metallic clang from the tail feathers. The herbalish poultices only produced ghastly smells and induced rust upon the duck's bill, typical for this species of waterfowl, I presume. Around dinner time, one of the children brought another duck, fetched from the pond, in the hopes it would encourage its larger compatriot to leave, but neither duck showed any interest in the other. The second duck did induce a powerful confusion in the hunter, however, and they spent the remainder of the evening trying to figure out how to pluck a feather from the larger creature. Everyone who agreed to an interview swears the anvil was replaced by a duck for 2 days and then returned. None appear to have puzzled out the obvious illusion yet. Still, trying to track down Windfall's companions, the god mentioned was buried in Magnamar years later. The rest are still in the wind. I love it. It's interesting, yeah, that doesn't have visual or auditory tags, but I guess that's just part of it specifically. The effect. I don't know how to word this. It makes sense in my brain. If you don't like the stream, the duck will haunt your dreams. I love it. Thank you for the $1, Wesley. Greatly appreciate it so much. Duck appreciates it. Is it a duck? Or is it a rotated bunny? Y'all ever see that? That old, like, duck or rabbit mental, what's it called? Illusion. Optical Illusion. The Optical Illusion. I love that one. That's a fun one. That's a really, really cool one. I think you could have some fun adventures with that one. I could see an entire session of a campaign based around false nature. This is a mallard, sir. This doesn't seem to go away if you do damage to it, right? Yeah, no, it's if you fail the check, which all of them did, then yeah, you just believe it straight up. Alright, Morris of Ages. Chad, I'm not smart. What's a Morris? What's a Morris? For 2 actions and a 5-foot emanation, you surround yourself in temporal eddies that draw out time of those around you. They've really gone all in like, time is water, haven't they? Like, Paizo's just made the decision that everything related to time is 100% water-focused. There's eddies, there's flows, which the flow of time is the origin of that. Alright. A creature in the emanation, or that later enters the emanation, must make a fortitude save. The creature makes the save only once. Is this another difficult terrain spell? Squares in the emanation are difficult terrain. On a success. Okay, that's powerful. Difficult terrain, and it gets bigger every turn on a success is not bad at all. Failure slows 1. Okay. That's pretty good. And the critical failure is as failure, plus the creature becomes restrained. Okay. Alright, I feel you. This one's dangerous, because you really have to get up in there. But, you know, on the 3rd or 4th turn of combat, when this is a 15 to 20-foot emanation, creature makes the save only once. So if they crit fail... Wow. Holy cow, that's huge. So you can just permanently slow them. And, like, even if they get out of the emanation, because they already failed their save, you can just chase them with spooky time magic. That's great. But you do need to spend an action to sustain it. This is good. This is fun. If you can get this on a melee-focused character, this would be huge. If you get this, like, on dual class, this is going to be amazing. Oh, you're right. It's not incapacitation. The boss fails, they're just slowed. That's huge. Magus can get it. Yeah, it's arcane. Or you can get it. Yeah. This is pretty good on a Magus, honestly. Not bad at all. Magus of Ages. Alright, and we've got Soft Landing. Boy, I wonder what this does. I bet it's, like, slow fall, but not. 2 actions within 1 mile. You create a 20-foot tall, 60-foot radius cylinder. As you generally fall, you can cast this while falling. It prevents fall damage. But within 1 mile is special. It's a slow fall tube. Yeah. See, I'm actually fine with this, Andrew. Like, it's super slow fall. It's absolutely what it should be. Where if you're using a level 4 spell for this, imagine... No, you're totally fine, Wesley. Do not... Okay. We're gonna hold on. Let me full screen. Let me get full on Nonat face here. Do not ever feel the need to apologize for donating too little or not enough or not donating at all. Donating is 100% optional. Even $1 is infinitely more than you need to do, and that is so touching to me. So please, do not worry. Do not feel bad or anything like that. I appreciate all of it. I appreciate y'all just being here. Just you being a viewer in the chat is amazing, and I appreciate that so much. So don't apologize again, or I'll ban you. Thank you, everybody, both for those who donated and those who are just here. I love y'all. Oh, but yeah, Zythos makes a good point. Don't forget to like the video, honestly. Don't forget to like the video. That is important. Did you walk in on something? Yes, Tripton, you walked in on feelings. So this opens 1 mile high cliffs as valid escape options. Yeah, absolutely. If anything, Nonat should be giving us money. You know what they say. Time is money, and I'm giving you my time. I don't got cash to share, but I do turn my ad block off for Nonat streams. Cyanine, you absolute superstar. Amazing. Speaking of which, I'm just gonna cough. Oh, a cough. Insert ad. All right. Well, now it's just no mashed potato, but you can cast the cylinder at the bottom of the cliff. Now that it's just me and the people with ad blockers, I see you. But also, I am going to grab a drink, so I will be right back. 1 second. Chair stream. I hope you guys enjoyed chair stream. Okay. Are we all back? Is everyone back from the ad? Because I am also back. I have YouTube Premium due to your job. Let's go, Jonathan. You giving a time pocket? Oh, did I ever tell you guys? I got a full screen. Did I ever tell you guys my nickname in high school? My girlfriend bought Airheads, and I grabbed this, and I don't know why it's called... I mean, I guess it's called White Mystery, because it's a white Airhead and a mystery flavor, but I still find it hilarious. They called you White Mystery? Yeah, it also became my superhero name. It wasn't actually my nickname, no. Yo, Plaid Scientists, have me ad block fee, me hearties. Thank ye. I respect the pirate. I also ran a pirate campaign a while back, and it was fun. Your nickname was Airheads. Honestly, that's a bit more accurate. I watched that ad for a weird mobile game for you. Let's go, Cyanine. Was it the one with the tower and bad math? Oh, man. Oh, you doing it again? Oh, every time I donate, I have to write in my 16-symbol password as I don't want it to remember. the true MVP. The things you go through to give me money. All right. Oh, I forgot my jaw hurts. Airheads. Airheads are not a good call when your jaw hurts. Fun fact. Ow. All right. I'm just gonna get through this sweet pain. As we move on to Etheric Shards. It's the pin one. I don't think I've seen the pin one. What's up, Damien? Welcome. God, that hurts. I've had like a weird pain in like my actual jaw muscle for like 4 days. I think it's gonna go away. It usually goes away, but I forgot how hard airheads start. Jaina, what'd you miss? Probably not anything important. Alright, Etheric Shards, 2 action, 20-foot burst within 60 feet, basic reflex for 1d4. Oh, alright, I should probably read the whole thing. You reach out and sow glittering splinters of force throughout the area of a 20-foot burst. The area is difficult terrain for 1 minute, and any creature that moves through it takes 1d4 damage per square traversed. Huh. So what, if you cast this right in the middle of somebody, I guess you could deal like 3d4 damage to somebody? This one's tough. Thank you so much, Damien. I appreciate it. I'm glad I could be entertaining. That's my goal at the end of the day. Later, Scorpio. So this is flying incorporeal. That's true. Yeah. It's a 20-foot burst, so it does go up. So it does go 40 feet up, 20 feet across. It's not bad. With it being a burst, if there are 4 creatures standing next to each other, you could put it between them and hit all of them. This is tough to use. I don't doubt that it could be good. Although the damage only scaling by 1 every 2 spell levels is garbage. At level 20, this does 1d4 plus 2 damage. Can we talk about that? At level 20, it does 1d4 plus 2. Like, it's 40 feet across because 24. You are correct. I'm stupid. Never mind. Okay. Okay, wait, no. Yeah, I was stupidly thinking 20-foot emanation, not a burst. Oh, wait, no, I was doing my math right, but I was doing my math from the middle. So, yeah, it's on average going to be about 2d4 or 3d4 damage to a target or 2. Again, if you can force the movement through it, that's cool. But I don't know. Combined with that push spell you talked about, at the push, it still only pushes 10 feet. It's not much. At that point, you'd be using a 5th level spell slot followed by a 1st level spell slot just to deal 2d4 damage. Hallway blocker. Yeah, it is better in a hallway. You're right. It's actually way better in a hallway. It's okay. Yeah, specific situations, it can have its uses, but the hard part would also be that your allies have to avoid it too. How many damaging terrains can you stack? As long as they're different terrains, technically infinite, because that's not a terrain. Oh, wait, I forgot that was difficult terrain as well, so that gave it a little bit of something, too. Quicken time and stagnate time. They have a weakness to piercing. True. Quicken time. 2 actions. 120 feet, 20-foot burst. You speed up the time stream in an area, stretching and pulling it until time flows swift and wild. Any creature in the area is quickened for strike and stride. Making accuracy. Unfortunately, speeding up time is more difficult than slowing it down, and the effect is uneven and jittery. Okay, so that's all it's saying is anything inside is concealed to the outside, anything outside is concealed to the inside. Weird. This is... I guess this is good to put on your spellcasters. If you put this on your backline, that way the enemies don't get quickened, and they're concealed, but it still conceals the enemies. This is tough. Because anything that this gives to your allies, it also gives to your enemies. And if you want to use it effectively, the enemies also need to be inside, otherwise they're concealed to you. But why not cast haste? Well, because haste is single target. Unless it's level 5 where it heightens. When does haste target multiple creatures? Yeah, haste doesn't target multiple creatures until spell level 7. So you can haste yourself, or you can basically quicken everybody. It's like when DBZ fighters move too fast. Yeah, and they do the little fade out. Yeah, it's mass haste, but it also hastes enemies. I'm guessing this is mass slow. Stagnate time, 2 actions, 20-foot burst. Any creature that begins their turn is either slowed 1, slowed 2, or nothing. This is amazing. You put this on the enemy backline. Stagnate time is so much stronger than quicken time. This is AoE slow. Now, it's not as good as slow, because slow has a success effect. But when does mass slow happen?
I just started some silly RPG for some students at work in the recess at the library. Roll 4, choose 7 lines of rules, and everyone start with the ability to do anything. One kid's first action was, "Can I roll to sleep?" And now she can't succeed at waking up.
That's amazing. Oh, I love those little silly RPGs. The simple ones. It's a great way for kids to learn how roleplay and roleplay etiquette works. It's so fun. I'm so glad to hear that. That's so cool, Jonathan. And so yes, mass slow, the heightened slow isn't until 6th spell level. Stagnate time is really good. Honestly, this is a fantastic spell. I think any wizard or bard or sorcerer worth their salt will probably pick this up at 5th level. I remember 5th level spells being a little awkward, so yeah, recommend. Highly recommend. Debuffs are usually better than buffs, depending on the buff. Like, heroism is insane. I've never played Beautiful Joe, but I've heard good things. Awaken Entropy, 182. I think that's what this one's going to be. Like the mass rotting. 3 actions, okay, for a 10-foot burst. All things age, all things die, and at the end of days, even the universe will grow quiet and still. You awaken the cosmic principle of entropy, accelerating time in an area. Flesh falters, plants shrivel. Any creature that enters or begins its turn in the area must succeed at a basic fortitude save against 8d6 negative damage or 8d6 force if they don't take negative. That's awesome. It's either or. Even beings such as fiends with unlimited lifespans can be worn away by entropy. The first time you sustain this spell, the entropic zone grows stronger. Burst increases by 10 feet, and the damage die increases 1 step. Wow. See, here's where you want your forced movement. You cast Awaken Entropy on them. They take 8d6 damage and crawl out of it. Your Barbarian shoves them back in as you sustain it, increasing it to 8d8, and they take it again and again, and you force them inside. That can be a boss killer. This is... You could even look at this as sustained Fireball, where every turn, it just keeps ticking for damage in one spot. Now, it's dangerous because you could grow this into your allies, but that's so cool. Oh my god! I don't know how to say your name, so I'm gonna call you Cass. If one of your spellcasters awakens entropy, and the person going next puts a circular like wall of stone or ice or fire around it, oh, that's so evil. Oh, that's amazing. Holy cow. Oh, and then somebody else stagnates time on top of it. And then somebody else does the Etheric Shards. 4 spellcasters. Pit of Death. That would be beautiful. Oh, God. That's miserable. I mean, technically, if we just want to go all out, you could just have 3 wizards all awaken entropy on the same spot for 24d6, just rolling in place as everything just fades away to time. Oh, that's gross. It just sounds like war crimes, pretty much. Holy cow. That's amazing. Poltergeists Fury. I like Poltergeists. I like Fury. I like throwing things. Just to clarify, would the heightened die type change as well, or just add d6s? Whenever you sustain it, the die goes up to a max of d12s. So round 1, it's d6s. Round 2 is d8s, then d10s, then d12s, and then it stays d12s. It's never a war crime the first time. Poltergeist Fury, also 3 actions in a 20-foot emanation. All objects of 1 bulk or less within range are picked up. All creatures take 6d4 piercing damage with a basic reflex save. Each time you sustain the spell, you can increase the radius. Gives you lesser cover. So this whole thing also gives you +1 AC while it's active. And allies automatically critical succeed if they normal succeed. That's okay. I feel like this is just worse though, right? Like, Awaken Entropy being 6d8. This is better, right? Yo, what's up, Shanwolf? How we doing? Like, this is cool. It's based on you, which means you can move it. It does hurt allies. It still hurts them if they fail. Up to 100 foot. Yeah, but it would take 8 turns to get to 100 feet. Yeah, but I mean, it would take a long time to get there, though. It would take like an entire combat. And by that time, 200 foot wide, you're hitting your allies too. Like, this is a dangerous spell. It's fine. It's a little bit dangerous. I think it could be good. But that's true. On a martial caster, if you're like the only... Like, Magus again. If you're the Magus of the party, and you're the only melee, first off, you're gonna die. But second off, this could be fun. I don't know. The spell does have BBEG energy. Absolutely, Andrew. This would be great to put on a boss. It does move with you. Absolutely. You can move through an army. You know what? Fair. On average, this is ticking for... What? About 12 damage on average, give or take. So if there's just an army of like level 1 to 3 like goblins, you could just Poltergeist Fury and walk through them as they all die around you. This would be really fun against like hordes. Barbarian Magus, that'd be awesome. Okay, alright. Momentary Recovery. Oh? An arcane spell? Momentary... Where'd it go? Ah, here we go. 2 actions, range of 60 feet. You instantly teleport yourself to a clear space within 60 feet. After you vanish, but before you arrive, you can take up to 2 actions. What? You can't target any other creatures or objects with anything during these actions. And any effect with a duration ends immediately. Average 15 on 64? Why wouldn't it be 12? Because half of 24 is 12. I don't know. But yeah, battle medicine yourself, soothe yourself, cast light. Oh no, because vanish, reload 2, true. It's self-cast heal. Neither Arcane or Occult get heal, though. It's only Arcane Occult. D4's average is 2.5? I guess it is. Yeah, that's fair. Because it's 2 and 3 equally. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Pizza Hut. Always Pizza Hut, Rodolfo. Papa John's is good on a... Well, Papa John's if you're specifically craving the garlic sauce. Otherwise, Pizza Hut. Yo, what's up, Haru? Yeah, automatically ending the durations of those is rough. It really limits what you can do. It's good for reload. It's good for battle medicine. It's good for a heal. But overall, this isn't great. This, honestly, you can't buff yourself, Elianis. Anything you cast with a duration ends immediately when you arrive. For a 7th level spell slot, this isn't great. It's not like you're moving any farther. Sure, you're teleporting, but this is not good. Yeah. There's just nothing. There's not really much redeeming to this. It gets you 2 actions, but it also slows you. You teleport pretty far, sure. There are better ways to teleport or fly. I mean, again, fly is a 5th level spell. You can get that easy. 3rd level? 5th level? One of the 2. Recharge Spell Strike? Yeah, you could recharge Spell Strike with it, but wouldn't you rather use one of your 2 level 7 spell slots on a damaging spell as a Magus? Yeah, cast Soothe on yourself. Otherwise, there's just not much going on here. That's unfortunate. Repair self if you're a construct, yeah. Yeah, it's okay. I think level 7's way too high. Does it generate opportunity? It had somatic components, I think, so yeah, it does. Telekinetic Bombardment. I'm pretty sure it had somatic. Yeah, it's somatic, so it does, for some attacks of opportunity, it does. Telekinetic Bombardment. Oh, wasn't this the one I was, like, super disappointed in, or no? 2 actions, 500 feet, either in a 10-foot burst or a 30-foot line. I feel like the burst is almost always going to be better. You grasp a piece of the landscape. Oh, okay, no, this is telekinetic projectile, but it's a boulder. Your missile crashes down either in a 10-foot burst. Wait. Oh. So the 30-foot line can start from anywhere. So, like, you land, and then it slides 30 feet. So I think you can start the 30-foot line anywhere in a 500-foot range. Okay, that's awesome. Dealing 14d6 bludgeoning damage and turning its area into difficult terrain. All creatures in... 14d6! Oh my god, that's huge. All creatures in the area attempt a reflex save. If the area is a line, it doesn't have to start from your square, but can instead start anywhere in range. Ooh. Ooh. And they knock prone on a fail? Holy cow! This is huge. This is incredible. This is really good. Now, like, for area damage, this is super Fireball. Like, how much does Fireball do upcast to level 7? Fireball at level 7 will deal... It's the same damage as Fireball. This is the same damage as Fireball with 500 feet of range and knocks prone. That's awesome. Stunned 1 on crit fail. Fireball does have double the burst area, but it has, like, 10% the range. Wall of Fireball. Oh, this is awesome. And it heightens just like Fireball, too. This is so cool. That's probably my favorite spell so far, because I'm a sucker for big number. I don't know how strong it is for a level 7 spell. Hey, it's stronger than an upcast level 7 Fireball. That's good enough for me. That's hard to beat. Level 8's Falling Sky. It is physical damage, true. Falling Sky, 2 actions, big 30-foot wide, 60-foot tall cylinder. Extraordinary telekinetic pressure smashes down through the area, battering creatures within it to the ground. Forces creatures to fall, taking double fall damage. They take fall damage even if the spell's area is entirely air and they don't hit the ground. That's cool. Otherwise, it just knocks prone. Fail stuns 2. Creature is knocked prone and stunned for 1 round? Wait, what? How is that different? The creature is knocked prone and stunned 2. Versus, the creature is knocked prone and stunned for 1 round? Can someone explain this to me? Because I don't understand this at all. Does stunned... Because stunned... It doesn't have a... That is stunned 3? Is that what that means? Well, that's what I'm saying. Is this doesn't have a value. It just says stunned for 1 round. Pronoun success? Pronoun success, that's something. Stunned for a turn? Yeah, but... They lose all actions? Is that what that means? I've never... Let's see, stunned usually includes a value. Stun might also have a duration. In this case, you lose all your actions for the listed duration. Okay, yeah, chat is 100% right. They are knocked prone and skip their next turn. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So this is very situational. This is only useful on flying creatures If they fall the full 60 feet, how much damage is that? How much damage is that actually? You take bludgeoning damage equal to half the distance you fell. So it's 60 damage. I guess it's not bad. So okay, but that it's guaranteed. So this can't be avoided. There is no saving throw to... Okay, even on a critical success, they take the full fall damage. That's cool. This is 2 action, 60 damage to all flying creatures. As long as they're at least flying 60. Yeah, people are saying that if they succeed, they do fall the rest of the way, which is true. That's interesting. If you're fighting like bringing this with you to a dragon fight, not bad. Yeah. Specifically, this is anti-fly tech, and I think that's fine. It does what it needs to do. It's not great if you're just fighting things on the ground, but it is cool. Summon Eerie? Irie? Eerie? It's the fall spell. If they crit fail, they fall again on their next turn. I think even if they fail, like normal fail, they go all the way down, don't they? If they normal fail, was it here? Oh, where was it? Because I think if they normal fail, knocking prone while flying sends you to the ground, right? Truly our fall, guys. Power word fall. So wait. Oh, what happened here? Why is this crossed out? All right, guys. This effect doesn't happen anymore. We've removed it. I think I accidentally hit a button. The creature is knocked prone. What happens if you're knocked prone while flying? Prone while flying, you fall to the ground. Arrest still works. If you would be knocked prone while you're flying, you fall. Okay, yeah, they would need to arrest their fall. So yeah, this is super anti-flight. If they succeed their spell, if they succeed their saving throw, they're knocked out of the sky. That's amazing. That's actually huge. Okay. Summon Eerie. These denizens of the dimension of time are powerful guardians who ward the timeline against outside meddling. Ooh. Oh, it's an incarnate spell. Let's go. 3 actions. You cast your spell, whisper your words of power, and find that an Eerie is already here. Indeed, they have always been here. Always were here. Always has been. Astronaut with a gun. The temporal being occupies the space of a medium creature and has a speed of 60 feet, fly speed of 60 feet. When you cast this spell, choose whether it summons a fate or fortune. Eerie, Fate. The Fate stands before you with its stained glass wings and animal-headed gaze, floating eyes circling about it. Decree the immutability of time. While within 30 feet of the Fate, you and your allies who roll below 10 on a d20 for pretty much anything get a 10 instead. And when it leaves, enemies within a 30-foot emanation of the Eerie must attempt a will save. If it fails, it gets a 10 if it rolls above a 10. That's awesome. That is super... basically super advantage and super disadvantage. I love it. Be not afraid. Fortune. The Fortune stands before you with its golden horns and moth scale wings. When it arrives, it decrees the chaos of infinity. While within 30 feet of the Fortune, you just get advantage. And when it departs, they just get disadvantage. Fate is so much more interesting. Fate being a positive take 10 for you and a negative take 10 for the enemy versus just advantage and disadvantage. That's just so much more interesting to me. Like, oh, you will always get a 10 or higher or a 10 or lower for the enemies versus just roll 2d20. As we all know, hero points and advantage never work. You just roll 2 of the same number. Suspend... Oh, wait, I'm not looking at that one yet. Blech. Oh, man. This is taking a lot longer than I expected. It's already been an hour and a half. Holy cow. By location, 104, our first level 9 spell. Oh, wait, did you get advantage on damage? I spaced out and stopped reading. 183, let me look at that again. You get advantage on damage? Oh, all damage rolls. Okay, that is something more. That is definitely a little bit more. I do like that. Thank you for pointing that out. That makes it a little bit more interesting. Yo, Platicalism with the $20 donation. Hot diggity. Thank you so much. I will let voice to text read out your novel. And by novel, I mean 2 sentences.
That's so cool.
That is so cool, isn't it?
So a Fatary is literally a biblically accurate angel. Sweet. I'm now terrified my Jeeves cleric is going to cast this in our Edgewatch game and break Absalom.
Don't worry. So that specifically has the incarnate tag. So don't worry, Platicalism. When they use this, an incarnate is just, it's exactly what it sounds like. It is an incarnate of the being actually being summoned. That's why, like, summon kaiju doesn't actually summon a kaiju. It summons an incarnate of them. So it takes on the aspects, and it is a shadow of the power of that creature. So you are summoning basically a shadow of the Irie. It's like their shadow is still incredibly powerful, but their abilities are limited. It's the old school Final Fantasy summons. Exactly. Yeah, it's, I summon Bahamut to use, no, he doesn't use Ultima. Oh no, I'm a fake fan. Help me, what's Bahamut's ability? What does Bahamut use in Final Fantasy? Oh god. Mega Flare! Thank you, Henshin. Oh my god, I am a fake fan. I need to go hang up my Final Fantasy coat. I haven't actually played Final Fantasy in a long time. I'm sorry, I'm a Xenoblade man now. I'm a Xenoblade man. Xenoblade 3, by the way. Incredible. It's already made me cry 3 times. It's so good. All right. By location. Oh, I remember reading this one and being so disappointed. For 2 actions, you exist in 2 places at once. When you cast the spell, another copy of you appears in an adjacent square. Whenever you act, you choose which one does so. And whenever one of you moves, you can both move. You share hit points, you share conditions. You basically become your own Eidolon like a summoner. Even if you are reduced to 0 hit points or killed, both selves remain until the duration expires. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this does nothing. Like, there's no distance requirement, but it only lasts 10 minutes. Like, exactly, it's the Mirror's Implement at level 17. But, like, create clone, pull a bait and switch, and run in separate directions? Yeah? But that's your level 9 spell? Oh my god, it doesn't do anything. Like, it's not like you get 2 turns. It's not like both of you can cast a spell. You can both just go somewhere. Like, you could buy location, and then, yeah, the other one could dimension door somewhere. Beautiful, if you're using your 9th level spell to flank with yourself, I feel like you're underutilizing your spell slots. Hey, they tried. No, I'm thinking from all perspectives, Kay. Like, again, aside from, like, dimension dooring somewhere or planar travel, it's only 10 minutes. If it was like an hour, maybe it would be better. Because remember, this is a 9th level spell. Sure, you can go anywhere for 10 minutes. What are you going to do in 10 minutes? If this was like an hour, or even until next daily preparations, that would be incredible. Yeah, it either needs to be a longer duration or a lower level spell. Because a second person for 10 minutes is not good. Not good at all. If only your copy could also cast by location. Oh man, thank God I can hide chat, because some of you are absolute degenerates. Oh man. Yeah, this is lame. for a 9th level spell, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it at all. It's useful. It's personal only, Damien. You can't create another ally. You can only create another you. One of you sits with friends, the other goes and commits great crime. Is it personal only? Or no, it's useful if you use that one insane home rule where you regain spell slots on refocus. Oh, God. How to break the game in one sentence. Oh, man. That's funny. Yeah, it's really... Yeah. It doesn't help you really at all. Like, 1 hour, maybe you could do something. 1 hour, you buy locate. That one travels to another plane and asks the deity there for their assistance, and then despawns. Well, there's no way you could get hold of like a Lord of the Feywilds in 10 minutes. Divine spells. Behold the weave. Is this where you just show off your awesome hair? Because I would love to see that. Incapacitation trait. 2 actions. You behold so many timelines that weave around a creature, and you make one more likely to occur. You can make neither heads nor tails of the target's timeline, so nothing happens. Success. Oh my god. That is a long success. Okay. The target must commit to a single action that it will take at some point during its next turn. Stride toward Valoros. Cast shields. Strike at Amiri with my jaws. That action is now locked in, and the creature must attempt it, even if the situation has changed. If the creature is unable to fulfill the action it committed to, it loses the last action as it reels in a temporal paradox. The creature can choose to lock in a 2 or 3 action activity if it prefers to do so, but if it does, it loses all associated actions. If the situation changes oddly, the GM determines what happens. As a failure, the creature must commit 2 actions. Critical failure, all actions. Interesting. But it gets to choose what the action is. I see the future! We can change the future, Ryan! Interesting. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, you would only use this on your opponents. Walk towards our ally. Yeah, I guess you could... Yeah, you would have to get really creative with this. The hard part is it's really easy for the GM to get around from you. Never underestimate the foreknowledge. Well, that's what I'm trying to understand. When you cast this, if I cast this on the enemy fire elemental, does the GM tell me what action it's going to take? The target must commit. So do we know what it's going to do? Does the GM have to tell us? That's what I'm not understanding. That's the idea? I would assume he has to... Right? Because then the GM could just change anything. The GM has to say what that's what I feel like is. It just doesn't mention it. And it says the creature stated. It's not super clear, though. The GM must tell you what it'll do. Yeah, that could have been... I would have added that line in here somewhere. But yeah, even then, though... It could get really easy to work around. You know, walk toward Amiri, and then Amiri puts down a trap, and the thing then takes a step to the side, and then still walks towards Amiri. It just walks around them, basically. Does have divination prediction? True. Yeah. I don't really know why this has... I guess it has incapacitation, because it's basically stunned. It's basically super stunned. Not super stunned, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's fun. And again, yeah, just getting information is useful. If you hear that the boss will cast Fireball next turn, you all know to spread out. That's fair. Yeah, a lot of PF2 does tend to break the fourth wall, which I used to not like, but I'm getting used to it. Focusing. 1 action, 15-foot emanation. The DC of any flat check to cast a spell while stupefied is 2 lower? Oh. Confuse creatures in the area. Okay. Weird. So for one action and sustaining it, you keep up this hum. The hum reduces the penalty of stupefied and makes it so confused creatures don't attack anyone. They just kind of sit there. Huh. So it's only useful if someone's currently suffering from confusion or stupefied. It's like you can cast it on yourself as well. Because you can choose to include yourself in your own emanation. I like the penalty to stealth checks. That's really cute because you're making a verbal hum. What level? Oh, sorry. It's level 3. Honestly, this is another one that at higher levels, it becomes more useful because it's just a good effect. It's also one action, which is really, really good. You can combo with it. You could use it to try to get rid of your own stupefaction. If you're stupefied too, you could reduce that by 2. Of course, you risk losing focusing hum, but yeah, I think once you have like level 5 and 6 and higher spell slots, this is a great utility spell. This is one of those spells you're not gonna take it as one of your original level 3 spells, but at higher levels you might slot it in. Lo-fi beats to not go insane too. I like it. All right, I need to run to the bathroom, and then we will get on to Implement of Destruction. Exciting, everybody. Chair stream. Ugh. Ugh. Share stream. All right. Power word flush? I'm sorry? What did I miss? Oh man, God, I'll never get used to it. You leave the stream with 165 viewers. You come back to 140. It hurts. Like, I know it. It tends to happen. What do you mean there was no chair? Chair, did you leave? Docking your pay. No, the loss of viewers on a bathroom trip is rough. I got chair stream for half a second? What do you mean? Huh. My chair doesn't move. I did watch a horror thing earlier. I don't know if anyone saw Markiplier's thing that got cut from the Game On segment, the analog horror thing. It was creepy. I actually couldn't finish it. I had to click off. I need to watch it with somebody. Only the real ones stick around. Now, do you like moths? I do. I love moths. I don't want them to eat my clothes. But, you know. Alright. So, let's keep going. How many spells are there? Are we not even halfway? Oh my god, we're... Okay, no, we are almost exactly halfway. I don't know if we'll get through all of them, but we'll keep going. Implement of Destruction. 2 actions. Divine and Occult, 30-foot range, targets an enemy and a weapon. You solemnly declare that the target weapon will bring death to a foe, implanting a fear of that weapon into the target enemy. The link echoes at the forefront of the enemy's mind. Then they make a will save. If they normal succeed, the weapon deals an additional 2d6 damage the first time it hits the enemy. If they fail, it deals an additional 2d6 persistent mental damage, and they are doomed 1 if they are critically hit. That's awesome. If they critically fail, 4d6 persistent mental damage. And keep in mind, it's not just the first time it hits them. You can't stack persistent damage, but this means if they make the 25% success rate to get rid of the persistent damage, if you hit them again, it reapplies it. That's incredible. This is 2 actions for potentially 10 rounds of persistent mental damage. That's a tiny smite? Yeah. That's amazing. Like, as long as you hit them every single turn, you put this on your fighter, they are not avoiding this. Even if they... Oh no, if they succeed, it's only 1 time. But still, this has the potential to do so much damage. This could, on a normal fail, this could do 20d6 damage as a level 4. I wonder how you try and help get rid of it. You just calm them down. Hey, buddy, it's okay. It's okay. It's not going to hurt you. It goes up by 1d6 every 2 spell levels. Not bad at all. I like that one a lot. Great for like a war priest as well. Yo, Platicism, another $9.99. Incredibly generous. Thank you so much. Oh, I'll wait for that to read out as we move on to Awaken Entropy. Oh, we already read that. Some of these are repeats. Okay.
Have to head back into work, but wanted to wish a good rest of the stream. No Nat. Also, someone mentioned that's odd earlier. Jeeves Cleric grabbed that with Investigator Archetype.
Oh no, the Cleric has that's odd? Oh, best of luck to you. Oh, every single room, excuse me, GM. Is there anything odd around? Because I would like to know. No, it's a cool power to have, but man, it's going to make every single room a lot harder to describe. Have a good rest of your day at work, and thank you for the generous donations, Platicism. Greatly appreciate it. Alright, so we're going to start seeing some repeats here. Suspended Retribution? What is that? 2 actions, 60-foot range, 1 creature basic reflex save. All life dances 1 step from the precipice, 1 heartbeat from disaster. You open your eyes wide and see doom waiting in the wings, then invite... Someone had so much fun writing these spells. I don't know if it was James Case or whoever who wrote the spells exactly, but they had so much fun, and I appreciate it. A spectral Omen of Disaster appears above the target's head. Traditionally, this is a downward-pointing sword. Yo, that's a reference. That's a reference to, Oh, what's it called? It's in The Binding of Isaac. Sword of Damocles. Is that the original? Is the Sword of Damocles? Sword of Damocles. Is that just specifically Isaac? No, yeah, the Sword of Damocles. Yeah, Damocles! For those of you who don't know the original, where is it? I have it here. Dionysus, who had made many enemies during his reign, arranged that a sword should hang above the throne of King Damocles, who had switched places with Dionysus. Held at the pommel only by a single hair of a horse's tail to evoke the sense of what it is like to be king. Though having much fortune, always having to watch in fear and anxieties against dangers that might overtake him, Damocles finally begged the king that he be allowed to depart because he no longer wanted to be so fortunate, realizing that with great power comes great responsibility. Oh, so there's just a sword hanging over their head. What a good reference. God, Paizo does the research. When you cast this spell, pick one of the following triggers. The target moves more than its speed in one round, makes more than one strike in a round, casts a spell in a round, or just casts a spell, uses a specific skill or a specific ability. If they take the action, the sword strikes down, and the target takes 70 mental damage, basic reflex save. That's not that much. It's like level 6 spell. Okay. It's actually not bad. Excuse me. That's actually... I need to start thinking about flat numbers like dice rolls. 70, that's the equivalent of like 14d10 average-ish, give or take. Because apparently y'all know the averages of all the dice. The target instinctively knows which action will trigger the omen. Okay. Oh. So they can skip their turn to get rid of it, and they know which action will trigger it? Huh. It's a cool way to try to restrict something. You could use this on to make them stop attack of opportunity. You could... I like that it covers all spells. It's an average of 20d6? 70? Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. My math is off today. But 20d6, gotcha. 13d10? Okay. I hate dice math. I can add it and roll it, but the averages of dice are so confusing to me. But it's interesting. You'll need to do this... You know what this is great for? This is great for somebody running away. If somebody is trying to run away from you, and you cast Suspended Retribution, then they stop. And they know if they move more than 30 feet in 6 seconds, they will take 70 mental damage. I like that it tells them, because this means you can use this as a threat to someone to stop running. What's up, Trevorus? They can do the 3 actions on different... That kind of sucks. But it's still, it's still stun 3, but I don't know. It's not a full turn. It's partial turns. I don't know. It's cool. I like the flavor. I like using it as a threat for someone who's trying to get away from you. I like it. It's pretty cool. You can use it on allies. Average of the die is half plus 0.5. Interesting. So, super cool. Phase Bolt, Time Sense, Warp Step, Kinetic Ram, Empty Pack, Loose Times Arrow, Behold the Weave, Bracing Tendrils, Focusing Hum. Moth's Supper. People were so excited about Moth's Supper. Alright. Let's read it. For 2 actions, as a spell level 3, you sigh, and your breath transforms into delicate butterflies and huge moths. They flutter around you and then range forth in search of sustenance. Blood, rotting corpses, flowering plants, or even food. They then return, perching on your hair or shoulders and whispering secrets into your ears. You heal 2d4 every 10 minutes, so you heal for 12d4. The first time during the duration when someone treats your wounds, you gain an additional 4d4 hit points. You gain 30-foot blood sense, effectively. Weird. So... Huh. Oh, it's not used by clerics. That's too bad. Like an Urgathoa cleric. It's really cool. It's terrifying, but it's super cool. So, as long as somebody treats your wounds, including yourself, this effectively heals 16d4 over an hour. That's not bad. I don't know where the whispering their secrets comes in. I guess it's them telling you where the blood and flesh is. You can also use it as, undead sense. Because, they could tell you if there was rotting flesh around. They wouldn't be able to tell you it's undead, but if you're in, a city that's been overrun. Cloth, food, and corpse severe damage. 12d4? 12d4 plus 4d4 from the treat wounds. So you get 12d4, because it lasts for 1 hour. So 60 minutes, that's 6 times you heal for 2d4, and then if someone treats your wounds, you get an extra 4d4 on top of that. So 6d4 plus potentially 2d8 from treat wounds. It's pretty good. Scales pretty well too, yeah. 1d4 extra hit points per 10 minutes. So, honestly, wow. So, if you're casting this as a level 9 spell, what is that? If you're casting this at level 9, that's 6 levels higher. So, you're healing 8d4 every 10 minutes. Wow. Which, in retrospect, is still only a max of 32 hit points. But, interesting. Alright. I like it. It is non-positive, too. You just heal the hit points. Yeah. Same way Treat Wounds works on Undead. That's awesome. That's really flavorful. I like it. I like the idea of the moths and stuff helping you out. That's really cool. The specific moths it uses are sacred to Urgathoa, and Urgathoan clerics can't cast it? What? Oh, it sucks. Alright, what's next? We got Rally Point, Sea of Thought, Shadow Spy, 108. Okay. Shadow Spy. Duration, it lasts all day. Takes 1 minute. You mix blood, soil, and shadow to form a half-real homunculus. Oh, that's what we're looking down here. This is the Shadow Spy, made of, literally a bird made of shadow. Okay. You then command the bird to fly to a location within range and observe all around it. The bird has the statistics of a homunculus. Once the spell's duration elapses, or upon a trigger you set, it flies to your location. If you wring its neck and drink its blood, you learn all that it saw. Ugh! Why? Why do you have to wring its neck? Why? Why can't it just like... Why can't it tell you? It just can't tell you in your ear? I hate it. Ah. No, I don't want to be Aussie. I don't want to be Aussie. I don't want to play anymore. Oh, God. You know someone was reading that spell, and they're being like, oh, I get to make a bird friend. And then bird friend gets to go over and watch things, and then bird friend comes back, and I have to drink him. And then oh, was it necromancy? Oh my god. Was it actually necromancy? It was. Wait. Yeah, it was. You're right. Oh god. Temporal Twin. Time Pocket. False Nature. Implement of Destruction. Moors of Ages. Soft Landing. We've seen all those. Etheric Shards. Quicken Time. Stagnate Time. Awaken Entropy. Poltergeist. Retribution. Recovery. Bombardment. Falling Sky. Eyrie. Bilocation. Loose Time's Arrow. Supper. Shadow Spy. Soft Landing. Alright, that's it. That's all the spells. Why? Why did Drink the Crow have to be the last spell? Does he come with a ring pull? Oh. Nope, Ty, we actually have just finished. That is every single spell, because a lot of these we read in the Arcane and the Divine sections. Oh, because yummy. Oh, I hate it. Oh, it's great. I love it. Bird, but it's made of soda cans. Yeah. Actually, no, it's made of shadow and dirt. Oh, God. All right, well, that's it. There's some cool spells here. There's some hits, there's some misses, but I think the hits that hit really hit well. Favorite from each level so far. No worries, Ty, don't worry. You can always watch the VOD. I love Phase Bolt. Let's go through my personal favorites. Phase Bolt is awesome. Shooting to bypass defenses is great. Time Sense is hilarious. I like Rally Point. I like Rally Point a lot. Time Pocket is super clever and creative. I really like Soft Landing. I honestly love Soft Landing. The hits that hit. Thank you. I really am a wordsmith coordinator. Shadow Soda Crow. It's the quenchiest. I like Stagnate Time. I'm not a fan of Quicken Time. I love Awaken Entropy. That's probably one of my favorites completely. Momentary Recovery and Telekinetic Bombardment. Throwing trees and boulders at people. Yes, please. Falling Sky. Eerie. Bilocation. Implement of Destruction. Another great one. Just for consistent, persistent. That is how I would describe Implement of Destruction. It's consistent, persistent. Oh, as for the rest of them, I mean, Shadow Spy is so cool. It's terrifying. Same with Moth Suffer and Shadow Spy. They're 100% like flavor dripping, and it's awful, and I love it. Filthy Monkey, meet General Mountain. Hi, General Mountain. I'm sorry, General Mountain. I love DBZA. All right. That's it for me. Hey, that was almost exactly 2 hours. That's a good stream. That's a good stream, right? Good stream. Oh, an thaumaturge implement. Oh my god, so good. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make some tuna and eat it with some crackers. Y'all are gonna take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on Friday for TTRPG Red Flags. Fun video idea that I'm excited for, and now you are the only 140 people who know about it. I'll see you guys on Friday. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you later.